I am trying to build a tunnel to mimic, I think, Ghostbusters 2, the plasma, whatever it's called. And I am building a PVC frame. I have it attached to the side of the house. Kind of want to spray paint some bricks on here. What I'm going to do is make a template for the bricks. It isn't going to be perfect, but luckily Halloween is great. It's at night and you can cover up a lot of mistakes. So let's see how this template goes. I'm going to make a template using some old cardboard that I have, and then that might simplify the process. I'm going to cut around these and see if this works. I've actually never made one of these before for bricks. Usually I just like wing it, but a lot of times the bricks come out kind of uneven. So what I'm doing is hopefully I can repeat this pattern over and over and over. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see if it works. Maybe, maybe not, but I don't really care if it's perfect because I don't know, Halloween is kind of like one giant magic trick to me. You just keep people moving through and you give them so much to see that they don't have time to focus on the errors. Well, I have created my little template. I don't know if everything's going to line up. I guess, winged it for the first time. I've never done this before, and we're going to try it out. Here's what it looks like. So let's go try this out and see how this works and if I could repeat it. There is a side tip that I will give you that will save your hands on all these projects. My hands get tore up trying to do this kind of stuff, and I'm gonna find a better seat here. Anyway, rubber gloves. We buy them in bulk at Costco, and it will keep you from having to scrub the paint off your hands constantly. I use so many of these rubber gloves. It is one of my go-tos. I wish I would have found or started using those years ago, but it saves so much hand washing, and then you're having to scrape and use all kinds of like acetone and stuff to get the paint off, especially if you're using spray paint. So let's try this. I have my template and I'm going to use some gray primer. I have a can right here and we'll just see how this works. No promises. Now you kind of get the general idea of bricks, and then what I'll do is I have an outline, so I'm going to put some of the glow paint or neon paint, whatever glows under a black light, and then paint more on this. I know I didn't start spraying with a mask on or a respirator, but I always use one when I'm out painting. I use it actually sometimes when I'm doing woodwork and there's a lot of dust. It really saves you from getting congested. And even outside on a nice day like this, you can still smell the fumes and the breezes going through. So for safety's sake, just wear a respirator. This is a 3M. It isn't very expensive. And especially for somebody like me, I have asthma, some very bad sinus problems. It really helps me, especially later on in the day. If I don't end up wearing one, I'm always reminded by my wife, get your mask on. Just a safety tip. The base coat is done, and it turned out pretty well. That's the great thing about Halloween. Like I said, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I made this cheap template, like super cheap, but just a piece of cardboard. It's very wet now from the spray paint, and I can use it over and over and over. The pattern doesn't have to be perfect, but once again, it doesn't really matter. I have this base coat on, and what I'll be able to do now is add some like details to this. I'm just doing one side for right now, and if this all works great, then I'll add the other side over the next few days and then the top, and we'll see how this goes.